Guys, you guys are welcome back to my channel. If you're just coming across me, my name is Maitem, and in this channel I give you basically some tips on how to move abroad. If you're trying to move to the UK, we do some job vacancies and opportunities and how to get your visa ready for a job, or how to get a sponsorship visa and move to the UK and any other country of your choice. So you're welcome. And if you're just coming across me, please do well to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and let me know what you think in the comment section. If it's something you like, please share my video as well. So today I want to talk about happening things in the UK, like as usual. So guys, things are really happening. It's not something that people will just come in, and maybe if you're trying to move into the UK, and but I don't know about any other country for now, but basically in the UK, I have stayed here for some time. So I know and I've seen based on experience what have been happening. The other time I heard a lady crying out loud because her children were seized from her because of one mistake that she would have corrected. And maybe based on how where we are coming from as well, because where I am coming from in Africa, we can leave your you can leave your kids at home and maybe just rush out to get some stuff, or just rush out to get some things at the neighborhood. But here in the UK, it is that bad. You do not leave your kids, and maybe you say you want to go get something just close by here, or maybe if your kids are too tender, even to school, you do not leave your kids to get to school alone, because there is a certain age that you will be allowed to for your kids to come to school or return from school on their own, which you need to sign papers and you need to sign some documents to give your consent that you are the one that is allowing your kids to come to school and leave the school premises on your own, so that it will not be as if you were not aware of it or your kids just left the school on their own. So guys, this lady was crying out because she, you know how the UK system is very different from Nigeria's system. So in this place, sometimes you have so much bills to pay. You have council bill, you have your house rent, which is the odogu of them all. So when you are coming into the country with your spouse, and probably you're coming in as a student, you have to work, and you are entitled to work as a student for at least 30 hours now. Before it was 20 hours, but they just adjusted it. They are looking at it. They're looking into it to adjust it for 30 hours now. So if you're just coming into the country and you have all these things, you've seen that you have to settle your school tuition fees, and you have to settle house rent and every other thing, you will need to work and you will need to get some money so that you will not run out of money to take care of yourself and your family. So this family, basically the husband went to work and left the woman with the three kids at home. One is like 2 years old, and the other ones are like maybe 7 or 8 years. So she left 7 and 8 years in the school, in the house, to rush down to the neighborhood, to the shopping mall close by, to get some stuffs. But that was another story by the time she came down or came back to the house, because you know as kids behave, those two kids started fighting. And Oyibo people, they don't really, you don't, you hardly know that they are monitoring you, especially if you are living in a house that maybe they are just your neighbors. So most of them, they will listen. You will not know. Some of them, you will not even know that someone is inside, because everywhere will just be quiet. We think you are the only one available. So now this lady let her two kids to just rush down to get some stuff in the neighborhood. And those kids started fighting and disturbing the neighborhood. So the neighbor now went to knock and found out that the parents, nobody is around. The father is not around and the mother is not around. And that was how the neighbor had to call the police. And you know, children, you know, police, or they don't take children for granted here. Children are your top priorities here. So whatever you're doing, do not just go close to them, because you can be jailed, you can get into a mess. So as the neighbor called the police, they came around, they did some questionings. Where is your mom? My mom is not around. Where is your dad? My dad went to work. That was how they seized those kids from the lady. So by the time the lady came back now, there was she couldn't find her kids, and they had already dropped a letter for her to report to their station to claim her kids. So by the time she came back now, she couldn't find her kids, and she had to go to the station to report and maybe to get inquiries on why they took her kids without her consent, and that was it. So when she got to the station, they told her that this is what it is, and based on her own, that was her first time. That was her first time. It has never happened before to her. So she was able to convince them and to beg and plead with them to forgive and let go, that it will never happen again. My people, that was, if she had been in that situation before and maybe that was the second time, there is nothing that would have made them to release those kids to her again, because these kids now are government kids. They take care of them there. So like now, that was how she almost lost her kids. So if you are just coming in, if you are planning to come into the country, please be very, very careful. Be very, very vigilant, because someone may be monitoring you from somewhere, someone may be watching you from somewhere without knowing, and there are cameras everywhere. So you hardly know that maybe someone is monitoring you. So you do not leave your kids unattended to without someone that is an adult taking care of them. You know it will not implicate you, or you know it will not be a problem by the time you come back. So guys, I just said let me just bring this to your notice. If it's something you like, please subscribe and let me know what you think, and share my video as well, so that people will learn one or two from it. And in this channel, that is what I do. So please be very, very careful and be aware. You will just come in and feel maybe you are the mother or you are the father. So these are my kids. Government cannot do anything about it, or government cannot make a decision for me. It is very different here in this country. So guys, please just be very careful and subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in my next video. So bye for now.